We wish to acknowledge the Aboriginal people as the traditional owners of this land, and we pay our respects to elders past and present. Warning: this podcast contains sexually explicit material and is a safe space for all individuals to freely express themselves. Any information or advice provided comes from our own experiences and in no means should be taken as professional advice. We respect each individual and have zero tolerance for any rude or unsolicited behaviour. Hey, my name's Lavinia. This is my podcast. There are lots of friends I do this podcast with. Project Sweet, Loud, Untamed Tarts, or better known as Project Slut. The show that educates and entertains all things sex in an inclusive and positive way. Let's put power back into being a slut and fight back slut-shaming. Come on, Penny.
All right, we sound good?
Yeah. Penny.
Sweet, all right.
Penny the podcast dog.
Let's cheers first, guys. Do you want to pass Savannah her drink?
No.
Just so selfish with hugging the Moscato. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Savannah actually said she wasn't going to drink on this podcast because she's going to drink at the next two.
Wait, you're not allowed to drink at the next two?
Oh no, I have to drink at the next two. One of them's like a beer, like with the beer company, the Raunchy Beer Co.
Oh my god, so you're going to be drinking beer with them?
Yeah, and then the one before that, the business one, they always like drink on it while they talk. And I was like, that's why I'm literally getting Nate to Uber to the place so that he can drive me home.
Do you like beer?
I'm not a huge fan, and I have told them that.
This is really like I don't know if you want to count this as like a fun fact about me, but I would genuinely rather swallow semen than beer. Like I've never actually taken a sip of beer because I just can't taste it. It's just disgusting. So there's to that.
So good.
All right, cool. Good to know.
That.
Good to know.
Good to know.
So she loves the semen and not the beer.
No, definitely not. Excuse me, do you know there's a little bit of protein in that? So like, It's essentially it's good for me, right?
Yeah, you just mix it in with your protein powder and put it in some
Yeah, I mean, also, you know.
pancakes. I don't know.
Yeah, there was also that rumor that went around that it was like really good for your skin.
Yeah, you like put it on your face.
This is why they have the facials, right?
Yeah. People were doing people were like actually like smearing it on their face and shit as like
really?
Because there was a thing that went around
on OnlyFans.
No, but I might have
so
to
like
do that.
how much I need semen and I just like use that as like a moisturizer.
Yeah, it's
you
not
heard that one
thing.
yet? Yeah, cool.
Don't actually do it. It was just like
yeah, skincare tips with Savannah.
Oh, love that.
This is my facial regime.
We like that. I love that you just mentioned her name because we haven't actually introduced her. So this is Savannah, and most of you in Perth would know her as the Billboard girl.
You're about to say bitch.
Yeah.
I actually was going to say babe.
Oh, I was like bitch what?
We'll go Billboard bitch. I like
Billboard
that. Billboard
bitch,
bitch, Billboard baddie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of B words we can
There's
go with
not
that.
I mean, you know, women do like a lot of the B words to be called, you know.
100%.
Beautiful,
Bad
babe.
boss bitch babe.
Burrata cheese.
Yeah.
I don't I just like I was like that sounds cute. Okay, I really didn't.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with we'll go into that a little bit, but before we do, we have another guest with us today.
Yeah.
Benjamin Riches.
Hello.
Do you have a little line to go with you? Because you're not a Billboard babe, so who are you?
I, in my time, have shot many a billboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did this massive campaign for Forest Chase, actually, and it was like to cover up all of Perth while they were like rebuilding all the shops. Looked like all my work threw up all over the city. It was actually pretty cool.
That's so
That was
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Did you go take a booty selfie near all your photos that you put in Forest Chase?
No, and you know what else? My billboards didn't pay me as well as yours did.
Look, I'm a well-paid billboard bitch.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
I know.
This is like not a practical setup, but we'll get with it.
You just have to come
I
sit
know.
on.
Oh, this Moscato is sweet.
Yeah, that's its whole job, is to be sweet.
Yeah, look. Pool Boy's job this year has now gone to Bar Boy, and he's not done very well.
Yeah, that's because whenever he thinks of being a bar boy, he just goes to pick up a bar that's attached to more heavy things.
Oh.
Fucking motherfucker's right there. He is jacked.
So we're gonna just get right into this, guys. So firstly, I'm gonna ask Savannah,
Yes.
how long have you been doing OnlyFans, and when did you start, and why did you start, and give me all that shit.
Cool. Okay. So I've been doing OnlyFans since 2018.
Oh, before COVID.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
interesting.
one of the first in Australia to jump on it. I was waitressing and stripping beforehand and just found that environment got super toxic and it wasn't for me anymore. So I stepped back from that, started doing the OnlyFans, and the rest is history.
Where did you hear about OnlyFans? Because I feel like I only heard about it maybe in the last couple of years, but you said you did it in 2018.
Yeah, so I'm actually from over the East Coast. And
that makes sense.
Yeah, our
She has that
environment over there is...
No, I'm just saying, like, the
Super
East Coast
different.
people and West Coast people sound different.
Yeah, you guys say Coburn, clearly it's Cockburn.
Only people from Coburn call it Coburn.
I call it Coburn. But anyways, go on.
But yeah, so how did I hear about it?
Like, what made you want to be like, I'm going to start doing porn online, essentially?
So I guess for me, it was being in that industry, that sex adult work industry for so long, and kind of wasn't ready to let go of the money that I was making from that. But I just wanted to have full control over what I was doing, the interactions that I was having, and just kind of get out of basically the toxicity of the waitressing and stripping industry over East. Shit's toxic.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no shit. It's like fucking toxic. Yeah. So when you went on in 2018, did you find it spiked during the COVID years?
Definitely. When I first moved over here, I probably knew of one or two creators doing OnlyFans out of Perth. Like, from what I had heard, there really wasn't a lot of people doing it. It wasn't as big over here as it was over East. Then COVID kind of hit and it just popped. Like, everyone was jumping on and things like that. There are over 1.5 million creators worldwide right now.
Oh, that's
on
insane.
OnlyFans. So I was quite lucky to get in quite early. I took a lot of my clients from waitressing and stripping with me onto OnlyFans. So I started off really strong and kind of kept that momentum going. And
Yeah, thanks for that. I made bank during COVID.
Yeah.
Like, COVID hit, I was booked in to do like...
Because of your OnlyFans?
No. For other people's OnlyFans. Although I do have an OnlyFans.
Ooh,
but it's
what?
Like it was just set up for like humor.
I want to be
like,
humid.
Because you have to tag everyone in a video. Yeah. So I made one and like just made it like free and like there's nothing on there of me or anything. It's just girls. Like they'd do like stuff on like photo shoots and stuff and be like, look at me on shoots, and then I'd be in the background or I'd do something dumb. So they'd have to tag me in that.
Cute.
So I made that. And then I was like, maybe I should post stuff on here. And I was just going to make it all really funny clips of like just my life shooting, adult entertainers. And just like me being really sad. Just like, oh, my life is just so hard. Yeah.
Look at
I'm here in these
topless bitches.
I'm here in these beautiful locations with all these beautiful women. Oh, what a drain.
I mean, I love that you bring that up because this is I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but of the reason how I found you as a person in life, I guess. I guess like, I being in the arts, like I was just trying to follow similar pages. And I remember I saw someone must have tagged you in an image and this guy had in his bio the Kanye of nudes. Yeah. And I was like, who is this guy?
This was pre Kanye's like
anti-Semitism weirdo.
Yeah,
but when he was Kanye, not just Ye.
Recent meltdown. Way. Yeah, it was before that.
This is how long ago and I was just like, who is this guy? Thinks he's top shit, shooting all these babes, but I don't care because I'm gonna follow him because he seems cool. And you were cool. That was fun. But that's when I started following you. I don't even know how long ago that was. Yeah. It's quite a while ago.
That's such a you thing to do too. Oh my god.
Yeah. And I did make, so I made the handle of my OnlyFans. I did make it the saddest hue. Like the saddest hue.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I was like,
like the saddest Playboy, and it was just going to be all of like that parts of my life, like expensive hotel rooms and all of
beautiful
that.
Women.
Yeah. So I was going to do that, and then another Perth photographer did some stuff, and he got totally destroyed for having an OnlyFans, and all the girls fucking hated him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which photographer was that?
Well, we won't say names because I'm not about that.
Because the only thing that I saw it was like quite similar, I don't know if you've ever heard about it, was like the Periwinkle Club.
Yeah, Perry's cool. Perry's a lad.
Yeah, like I just thought then I was just like, wow, these like, it's almost like an OnlyFans, but like just for multiple, access. But speaking of, so when was the first time you shot a pair of tits? Like out in the open? How long had you been a photographer before that?
I've been a photographer like 10 years. I actually got into shooting like adult industry kind of by accident.
Do explain to us. Sounds juicy.
Like a manager of like all like skimpies and stuff was like was really unhappy with the people that were shooting it. There was only like a couple of guys and they were like all old and they all just did really like boring work, like girls just on a white background and stuff. And then she had seen my work in like when I was doing fashion, and she was like, oh, actually, I think she's like, oh, could you like take photos of this like cool girl? She's kind of got a model look. It's like for stripping and stuff. I was like, okay. So I kind of did that. And then a makeup artist I used to work with, like got a boob job and went to England for like 18 months and then came back. She was like, I'm a stripper now. You want to do my stripper photos? Like, okay. And then like from there, everyone was like, oh wow, someone doing interesting like, hot girl summer photos to like promote them.
Yeah.
And then I kind of sort of like reset just how like the whole industry was like shooting and working, and made better packages and like don't give everything away free and like extra edits, like do it all like that, and like experience to customer, like make sure the shoot's value for everyone.
Yep.
And like do a good job, don't rush people in and out, like do everything properly, give all the care and attention, and then that's what like makes you loaded.
So what year was that you started kind of doing all this like new shooting for the adult industry?
2015 maybe, 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and so how did you mentioned before when Savannah was saying like COVID picked up on her OnlyFans? How did your work pick up?
So during COVID, so days before COVID or the previous 2 weeks, I had been working on like a massive ad campaign. It would have been my biggest ticketed campaign like to date, for like a massive company, and then like everything was like moving along, and then COVID hits, and the art director from the agency is like, so we guess this is cancelled. Like we don't know what the fuck's happening. Pandemic, what's that? And I'm like, guess not. And then for like 2 weeks, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make any money. And then after 2 weeks, I just got, because I was like living in like this big sick mansion, and you couldn't go to like hotels or book Airbnbs. Yeah. But I had the location, and I was just shooting like 5 girls a week minimum for like a year, but yeah, it was great.
No, that's great. I mean, like you said, you had the advantage of having your home as a shoot location.
Yeah.
Which we are in today, everybody. This is
a new house that I bought.
So what are we calling this place?
With OnlyFans money.
The Lodge?
Not really, not OnlyFans money.
My name's Van and welcome to my crib.
Yeah. Hi MTV, welcome to my crib. Yeah.
I actually would love to do literally would love to do an episode.
Okay, well, wait till I finish some more renovations.
Yeah, we'll finish it. He's got like a dungeon downstairs. Like
I do not have a dungeon downstairs.
Really like Epstein vibes.
But there is actually like a part under the house because it's like on stilts that I will be closing in, and when I sell the house, a real estate agent will refer to it as the downstairs entertainment area. Living area,
because it's for downstairs entertainment.
But I will actually set it up as like a nightclub.
Oh,
yeah.
What a vibe.
Yeah. This real weird thing happens when you become an adult is like you now have all this money and like no one stops you from buying stuff.
I mean, you buy cool shit.
Like,
I bought a cheesecake the other day for myself. Like,
come on. I have a statue of David over there that I painted bright pink.
Oh, he didn't come pink.
Huh?
He didn't come pink?
No, I made him pink, yeah.
What a Ben thing to do, just take a naked man and turn him pink. Go back to your OnlyFans. Yep. You said you made bank.
Not me, I didn't make any money off it. It was only for comical purposes.
Yeah.
You said you were making bank. Do you feel comfortable telling us how much you make? Or roughly? Or how much what was your milestone? And you're like, holy shit, people are doing this.
People from the tax department block your ears right now.
ATO is not existent
No, I actually do pay taxes because fuck me. I
because
go
you
to
should
jail.
pay your taxes.
You should all
Sponsored by the Greens, guys.
pay your taxes. www.ato.gov.au. Yeah, so I started off really strong. My first month I made around 10k US. And then was kind of pushing that for a little while, staying around that area. Last month when the billboard went up, I made over $250,000 US.
Stop it.
Yeah, half of that went to the tax man.
She's like a white guy with a fish, and every time she retells the story, like the fish gets.
Yeah, so first week was $100,000.
Can see you on Tinder, just like
with
doing,
like the
holding
with the
that,
first
holding that, but it's like your
OnlyFans money.
Yeah,
money
my money back.
money
Yeah.
money earned,
Yeah, so yeah, first week last month was 100,000, and then we got to 272,000 US, which was really good. Obviously, I've never made that before. That's not like the standard that I'm pulling. I'm pulling around 50,000 US a month.
hot take, the gender pay gap is real.
It applies.
Just
No one's
going-
paying Ben $50,000 to see him on OnlyFans a
it's
month,
just-
unfortunately.
Yeah, it's all in my favor.
It's
so,
just the gender pay gap is entirely
yeah, it's all about only.
but only Savannah.
I am the problem.
Before I just even forget this question, what do you do on your OnlyFans? Like, what is your niche besides being like a baddie? Obviously. Like, what is your niche? Like, do you have one? Like, obviously, you're not just like another white girl on like OnlyFans.
No, I guess for me, obviously, most people in this country has seen my ass now.
I haven't.
Yeah, I have it.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Oh.
But my ass is massive, and I kind of
Do you want to just give us a little?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to.
I didn't set this up for a wiggle, but
Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna take the headphones off real quick.
it's a weird experience once you take them off. Hey.
I'm like, everyone can hear.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
Damn.
Else. I know, right? Isn't that the bomb?
Hi, Mom.
Love you.
Oh, I do have a question for you. Do your parents know you do this? Surely now they would. Like, you're on a fucking billboard.
Yeah, right.
Like, can you just imagine, like, your parents driving past and they're like, is that my daughter? Like, and you're like, no, Mom, that's not me. She just looks like me and has, like, the same tattoos. But, like, nah, that's not me.
That's not me. My parents know. Yes, my mum knows. I told her about the billboard before it went up.
Did they know about the OnlyFans before that?
Yes.
So what was, like, there? Because I'm always interested because, like, I mean, you know.
Obviously, my parents do not love the fact that their daughter is making porn. But they understand that I am 27 and forever I have done whatever the fuck I want, and he wants more alcohol.
Yeah, I want more. I was like, Savannah, can you just please finish your drink?
I'm sorry. Hold on, let me just throw this back, guys.
That's what you said.
That one, please.
Okay, there we go. Whew. Yeah, so they weren't happy about it, but they understand that I'm 27. I'm going to do what the fuck I want. So,
Back to the camera if you like.
Yeah, like being an adult and like no one stops you.
no one stops me from doing
Yeah,
anything. And it's a problem, especially when that's why I work away. The only reason I work is because
You like nice stuff
I like to spend money like I'm going to die tomorrow.
and capitalism.
That's perfectly fine.
All right, cheers.
And capitalism.
Cheers. Yes.
Thank you, pool boy. Or bar boy now. Oh, you have to cheers and drink. It's bad luck otherwise.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay. I find that really interesting because obviously, like, coming from an Asian background, my parents don't know anything that I do.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even, like, I can't even tell them about this. I try to, like, tiptoe around this because now obviously we're going to be on camera and I can't really, like, avoid it. So I'm just like, oh yeah, like, I'm just doing things with, like, the safe bet is to do, like, oh yeah, this is just, like, LGBT stuff. Because, like, you know, they're seen as, like, ooh, debaucherous, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, it's fine. So when the billboard went up, what was their reaction?
I think like, my mum kind of knew it was going up, so they haven't looked at any press or any media or anything like that about it. They just refuse, because obviously there's so
How could they avoid it? You literally are on Channel 7 at 6 p.m.
Yeah, but they live over on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah, and they don't care. The East Coast do not even know WA exists.
No, they obviously
don't.
put the story out. Like, so all the news channels in New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria and stuff like that, they put it out there. But my parents are so busy. Like, they just don't really sit down and watch TV and watch the news. They knew it was going to be out there, so they've just avoided it as much as they can. They've, you know, not looked at any of the news stories on Facebook or anything like that. They just kind of refused. And I did tell them when it went up, I said, look, I'm already getting a lot of backlash. Please just don't read the comments that people are saying about me, because it will upset you. I'm going to laugh myself all the way to the bank, but you guys will probably cry because people are being mean to your baby. Like, it was just... Man, people were mean, and I was like just looking at it like dollar signs, and I'd like go on and I'd like reply something just to like pee them off a little bit, and then turn my notifications off, and everyone would just lose their fucking shit. And I'm like, the more I do this, the more engagement this post gets. The more engagement this post gets, the more people go to my OnlyFans. The more people go to my OnlyFans, the more money I make. And I'm like, think, and I was like, just stirring the pot.
Hustle.
Yeah.
Love
Stirring
it.
the pot.
Yeah, my parents know all the stuff. I do that. They love it.
I was about to literally ask you, I was like, does your dad know that you take pictures of titties for a living?
Yeah.
Does he ask to get photos of them?
I've worked with, like, you know, I've done like amazing portraits of like super famous people.
Ooh, like who?
Being published on like
Savannah.
you can attach that on there. Stuff like and like, you know, being published all over the world and done magazine covers and done all these big billboards and everything. And like, I was out to dinner with my parents, and I was at the front of the restaurant like with my mom, and she ran into a guy from work, and the usual thing when you say like you're a photographer, people just kind of roll their eyes and like, oh yeah, how's that going, fucking idiot. I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, just have like, you know, expensive European car there, and my kids go to private school and probably make more money than you do. And
yeah,
don't
okay.
fucking hate myself like you do. I mean, obviously I do, because I'm an adult, just in a different way.
I know. I get told all the time I must be so sad.
And my mom's like, yeah, but my mom's like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, what do you take photos of? And I was telling him. My mom was like, he doesn't care about that. Just tell him about all the naked women you shoot. I was like, fucking hell, mom. Like, like, really? Yeah, like they're totally cool with it all.
Love that.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, we'll go with that. If you guys could do any other job besides the job that you're doing, with no qualifications limited, no money like limited, like what would you be? Like, what would you do?
What
would you do?
Lady of leisure.
Really?
Yeah, trophy.
You really could be a lady of leisure now if you really tried hard enough. That's not a very unachievable goal for you.
I'd probably be in like psychology and anthropology. Like that's all the books I read, like all the books on my bookshelf.
You could give a very
anthropology.
old like professor vibe, you know.
Yeah, but you know, like Freud or something.
Oh yeah. And what about you, Savannah? What would you do?
I'd be a trophy wife to a billionaire. Is that a profession? I think it should be.
Okay, firstly, this is something that you couldn't do, which you very much well could do right now. So please go on and do that. Live that career if you love.
I'm friends with, you know, millionaires and billionaires and their trophy wives, and yeah, it's a pretty cool job.
You're friends with all these people and I've never met any of them.
Rude, right?
Yeah, they just don't tell you that's what they do.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be a CEO of a company. I think, like, I run a couple of businesses now and obviously do the OnlyFans and the FIFO and stuff like that, but I feel like I'd be like a CEO of a company. I love telling people what to do.
Yeah,
unless I'm in the
fun.
bedroom, in which case, choke me the fuck out and tell me what to do.
I feel like, okay, this sounds gonna be really weird. I've like had people say this to me before, is that I really, if I could do anything, I would genuinely run a cult.
Yeah,
I would join.
I did that for a little bit during COVID.
Oh, really?
It's a lot of work. It's so much work.
To run a cult?
We didn't even know it happened just during COVID, because like I lived in like the mansion and stuff and had all these friends, and like no one had anything to do, and everyone had all this OnlyFans money or, you know, government money, and like, you know, I was just doing my own thing, taking photos and stuff. So everyone was like, so just like, I don't know, it's Wednesday, should we just get 10 people like max to the limit? Yeah, like that day on. And then one of them was like, yeah, we kind of have a cult. It's like the Dandy Sunday cult. I was like, fuck, I started a fucking cult.
That's great though. That's like a goal of mine. Like, I don't want to be a mean, like everyone has this.
So much work.
No, but it's like, you don't have to be like an evil person like they have on like those Netflix documentaries, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would be really nice I would be super nice. Everyone would obviously have to praise me, but I would be really nice. I'd be really chill with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like kind of my dream job.
Like lots of sex at this cult.
I mean, like, I wouldn't be having a lot of sex because it's just like a lot of effort, but they can. I mean, I'm not. Oh, actually, as long as like everyone is at least like 2 points like less hotter than I am, it's okay. Like, I can't be running a cult when someone's... Yeah, no. You can't be in my cult. Neither can Ben. Like, I don't want to, like, make you guys... You can be, like, the lead. You can be, like, the cult leaders. Like, we have, like, the robes.
Yeah.
And, like, we'll do all that sort of stuff.
We'll start calling you... What should we call you? Like, what? Lavinia Osher?
What is that? Osher?
Osher.
It's like Osher Gunsberg from Australian Idol?
No, the Osher was the leader of a cult called like Sannyasins, or more famously, the Orange People.
Oh my god, I know. I'd watched a Netflix documentary of them.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I definitely could be him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Guys, watch out. This is did you guys watch that one about the pleasure lady who became the cult leader? This is yeah, so she was basically like me. So she used to do talks on like self-pleasure and like sexuality, and then it turned into like this like group following who really wanted to follow her, and then there was like more and more cases of like sexual abuse.
Is this Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, and then like the thing is like people thought this was like a valid cult because people like Gwyneth Paltrow was in this.
It's not a cult that's not a cult, that's capitalism. She was using like her status and talking about self-pleasure to sell fucking yoni eggs.
Yeah.
That's capitalism. A different kind of cult.
Watch out, guys. If you guys want to join my cult, just at Project Slut on Instagram.
Capitalism has already been invented.
What? I didn't invent capitalism.
No, that's what I was saying.
Speaking of capitalism, actually, there's nothing to do with capitalism. Where do you want your future careers to go? Like you being a photographer and you doing your OnlyFans, like where do you guys want to see yourselves doing this in like 5 to 10 years time?
Would you like to go first?
Oh, right, so you can have a minute to think about this? Because that's what I wanted. You don't even know how old I am.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, when you say age before beauty, I'm like, you guys are the same age-ish? I don't even know how old you guys are. You look the same age.
Sure.
Yeah, of course. No, well, I'll go first so you can think. I'm a team player like that. Of course. So, 5-10 years, I want to keep doing OnlyFans for as long as I can. Obviously, my plan is to retire when I'm 40. So I want to have my businesses running themselves and just be able to do whatever I want and still be making money and things like that. Have my businesses fully self-sufficient. So for the next 5 years, I'm going to be working my fucking ass off. I'm going to be riding this bloody billboard train and anything else I can come up with till the wheels fall off. I'm basically going to be doing exactly what I'm doing now, just working and running businesses and making porn until I feel like I'm going to pass out where I stand, which is how I feel at the moment all the time.
Well, that's great because I genuinely can't imagine anything better than someone actually being like, fuck this shit. I hate the Matrix. I hate the 9 to 5. So the fact that you're wanting to hustle and just like be 40 and be like, no, fuck this. I want to do whatever I want. Love that.
Yeah, because so many people are like, oh, if she makes all this money, like, why does she do FIFO? I'm like, hindsight's a hell of a thing, bitch, and you just don't have it. Like,
could you imagine not having hindsight? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like, people like, I always get asked at work, like, last swing I flew back up and all the boys were like, why are you here? They're like, we genuinely didn't think you, because I came in a day late because I had some training to do, but they were like, we didn't think you were coming back, blah, blah, and I was like, nah, babe, I'm like, I want to retire when I'm 40, and if I don't work and I don't have something to keep me preoccupied, I'm going to spend all that fucking money. And, like, I already struggle so much.
She wants to be the billionaire with, like, the hot boy toy.
He's hot, though, right?
I mean, I hope so. You're the billionaire that gets to pick one.
He's stunning. He's stunning.
Cute.
This is a real person we're talking about right now?
Yeah, my boy toy.
Oh, yeah. I actually have a question for you in a bit.
Yes.
Before we go on to what Ben is going to do in the next 5 years. How does your boyfriend fit into this? And like, how is he your boy toy? Like, are you the billionaire in this dynamic?
Well, going off what we spoke about off camera, I think he fits in quite well.
Yeah, he does. He fits in real fucking good. Subscribe to my OnlyFans to see how good.
Oh. So wait, is it just you and your boyfriend on there? Do you just do you stuff? Like, what do we?
I do everything. So obviously, I'm not collabing with other people as much as I used to, and I never really did a whole lot. You know, when I first started out for the first few years, I didn't collab at all. It was just all me. I came to Perth and I did a couple of collabs with 2 guys and a couple of girls that I'm friends with. But now it's all just like him and I and solo stuff. I'm definitely the breadwinner in our little situation.
Really?
He's
Own it.
very shocking.
Shocking.
He's so spoiled. Like I went to the grocery store one Tuesday night to get salmon for dinner, and I came back with a solid gold pendant.
He's not a very good boy toy if you're the one going to the grocery store.
I know, but he hates the grocery store, and I can't leave him alone in there. He'll get lost, and he won't come home. And I need him to
also
come
hate
home.
going to the grocery store.
I really
It's
like
a
going to the
random
grocery
thing.
store.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love grocery shopping. But yeah, I came home with like a solid gold pendant for him. So
Aw, cute.
yeah.
Would-
So
I would have been like, so did you buy the salmon too?
I'm gonna
I did buy the salmon.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he didn't want to sell the gold pendant. He wanted a PlayStation 5.
He already has that and an Xbox.
What are you meant to get the man that has everything?
Exactly. The gold pendant was in
A pillow.
A sex pillow.
a sex pillow. He gets a blowjob. The man that gets everything he wants gets a blowjob. No, yeah, he's definitely, I tell him as a joke that I'm going to take away his allowance if he does things I don't like. Like,
I need this power play in my own relationship, to be honest.
just put your tits on a billboard, babes, you'll be on your way.
I'll do that, yeah?
He's like, please don't.
Yeah. I don't know. He's looking that jacked right now.
He's like, the reason he's looking jacked
They're
is
not
like his
far
blo-
off. They.
his like pump is going. He's like the
Yeah.
blood is the blood is raining.
Yeah.
So for everyone off camera, Paul Boy's just sitting behind it. That's why.
Yeah, we're all.
Okay, so we'll go to you now. What would you like to be doing in 5-10 years? Where is the Kanye of nudes going to be? It's going to be like the Kid Leroy of nudes now.
Look, that Instagram profile, that Instagram bio was like, 5 years ago? So let's hope that I am nowhere near current Kanye. And what's happening there. 5 years from now, I don't know, just keep doing what I'm doing. Actually, I don't know, like it just kind of like to keep the vibe flowing really like nicely and adjusting like the direction of things. Yeah, I've got a few like other like investments coming up that I'm gonna be a part of, but also just I do what Savannah did. Like I spent up until 28 just working all the time, like non-stop. Like my life was like 80 hours a week.
And now you do Thrill Noir, if you'd like to tell everyone about that, because
That's
we
what
have we have to get to that eventually.
Yeah, we do have to get to that. Oh yeah, so so I wanted to. So I rebranded like the Hot Girl Summer kind of photos and stuff that I was previously doing. I just like consolidated it into like one like clear and concise brand. There was just one kind of thing going on. That it could then be like something like bigger that I can have other people like working for. So it would be like its own kind of company that you hire and everything, but like based on like value to customer, really good experiences, really good locations, and just really good kind of vibe in that kind of sense, like that there, and just be like the director of that, like the creative director of that. Make sure I'm training people to come in and do it, and just like keep everything going smoothly. So then I just don't have to do any photos ever again.
Oh.
Kidding. Obviously, I love doing photos.
No, I love that. And I mean, like, by the time you're 40 and you'll probably be not far
Yeah.
behind or in fact in front,
Yeah.
you guys can just like be in my committee for my cult. Like, I feel like that's where we're going, and like, I'd love to have you guys in there.
You want a cult with like a seats at the board?
Well, I mean, there will be someone to take photos, so that's
Yeah.
great.
Sure.
Like, you know
I'll
what
be the
I
head of marketing and
you could be,
advertising.
yeah, exactly. You can put my cult on a billboard, right? How you join?
Can I
That's
just
it.
be head of like what all the guys have to wear and vibe?
No, because you'll make them cry.
Fuck.
Like, genuinely.
I love making men cry.
No, but that's
Until they get to the bedroom.
in the
Yeah.
bedroom they cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his pussy's so good at bringing a man to tears.
And then
That's a thing, though. Okay, that is a thing. You
Wait.
can have sex so good that someone's like in tears and just be like, "This is the best thing ever." It's power.
It is power. I had sex so good that I almost told someone I loved them. So
Did you love them?
no,
Oh,
that dick just so good.
dickmatized. It's a word. Have you ever been dickmatized, Ben? Or had a
I don't know.
pussymatized, whatever we want to call that?
Magic.
Whatever way you swing. We don't judge here, do we, Savannah?
Fuck no.
No, I'm just not sure that's on brand. Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. I made a rule like a little while ago, like just to not sleep with people like on the first time I meet them.
You're just like, I've done that way too many thousands of times now.
No, not thousands, jeez. Just cause, you know, I need to will reflect as to whether or not I actually enjoyed their company.
Yeah, 100%. I'm such a vibe person too.
Yeah, such a vibe person. But if I if I hold off on, you know, banging people for on the first time we meet, it goes a lot better because then I'll realize that they were just insufferable and vapid.
Well, see, I didn't sleep with Nate for the first few dates or whatever that we met, and that's kind of my rule of thumb. Even when I'm creating content, I have a strict rule about meeting people before, whether it's for coffee or for lunch. Like, I have
Getting to know them first a bit.
Yeah, because I don't want you coming into my space, whether it's a hotel or anything like that, and having the pressure of making content with you is if when you come in and we start to talk, the vibe just isn't right. And it might be on my behalf, it might be on theirs. I'm quite lucky it hasn't happened for me yet where I've had that situation, because I am super selective about who I collab with. But yeah, I'm very much holding off, because when the pussy that good, not everyone can touch it.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up this episode, plug your socials.
Yes, of course. So w.c.savage, Instagram, OnlyFans, subscribe, send me money. Twitter, West Coast Savage. This is where you find me on all of my socials.
I weirdly lucked out and somehow got @Noir for everything. So
What? As if that had been taken turn.
If there was no numbers on there, no weird full stops, no triple underscores or anything. Noir across the board. Sick. That's pretty good.
Wow. Okay, so it's at
Book in.
WC Savage.
Book in.
And
Get hot girl summer or hot boy summer photos.
Yeah, if you are a OnlyFans creator, or you know what, you just want some hot banging photos, hit up Ben. And if you're horny, hit up Savannah. Right? Good.
Yeah. Yep. And if you're looking for some chocolate thunder, slide into Pool Boys.
If you need a bartender, he's not great. Cheers, guys. We're gonna finish this up. You have to finish it. We're not encouraging you. Thanks, guys, for coming on, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.